Hi, you guys. Eilers-Heffner here. I am coming to you as a Sapphire ambassador, but most importantly, I'm super excited to just share with you a little bit about our products and honestly, the pure gold that we have sitting in our cupboards, or maybe you're waiting for your products to arrive. And so you're waiting for this pure gold to arrive in your mailbox. Okay. So here's the thing. Plexus has taken these ingredients, they have scientifically thought through this so well and put together these combinations that give us so much bang for our buck, number one. And number two are just super smart. It's just really incredible. And the way that they've um, made it just very simple for people to take. So when you think like, okay, everyone needs triplex for sure. Like I cannot even preach that enough. If you are walking around, if you have, if you're breathing, you need triplex. So it's these very simple products right here is our triplex. It's 1 slim to 2 slims a day. I say that if you have more weight loss goals, if you have lots of sugar cravings, if you have a lot of healing to do, then you can work up to 2 slims a day. I wouldn't recommend starting that out right the first like couple days. I'd give your body a week or so before you add in the second one. Because I'll talk about that later, but because of some healthy detox, which is huge. So don't let that word scare you. But our slim is a drink. You mix it in some water. And then we, of course, have our ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. This makes up the triplex. So what I'm going to touch on really briefly is that when we walk around, we go to the grocery store, how many times are they cleaning and running those little Zamboni cleaning machines? And then there's these chemicals being squirted out all over, right? So there's chemicals that we're breathing in. You walk by someone, they have heavy perfume on, or maybe the hair products that are being used, or you go to the salon and get your hair done or your nails done. Like you're being exposed right there, just in those everyday things to things that our body has to deal with. Okay. And then you think if you're in a job, so say you're in a school or say you're in a hospital where they're cleaning and cleaning and cleaning, or even office buildings where there's a lot of cleaning products. And let's not even go into ventilation systems. We're just not going to talk about that, but that's another concern that we're exposed to on a regular basis. Okay. And so we all need these products. We need them to fill in the gaps. We need them to keep things moving out of our body that shouldn't be there. And we need them to help recover and repair from things like medications and antibiotics and things like that, that sometimes can be necessary in certain situations. And here's the thing, I'm a physical therapist. I worked in a hospital for several years. I've been a PT for 21 years. I love peds and I love hospital work. Like those are my things. Like give me some babies and kids to play with, or give me a hospital with all the gross medical stuff. Like those are my things that I enjoy. I know it's weird, but sometimes we have to seek these things to help heal our body or help our body in a medical way. But there's also consequences to medications that we put in our body, right? There's side effects. There's ways that our medications are broken down. I did bring my reset in here. I panicked for a sec. And so our liver and kidneys are our huge detox components of our body, as well as our skin. Okay. So we're either peeing out things that don't need to be in our body, that's a waste system, or otherwise, and then we sweat things out. Okay. So sweating is good for us. Getting our body moving and getting the lymph system moving is really good. And we don't need to go like do all these crazy special lymph treatments. Like, can they be helpful at times? Yes. Are there a time and place for them? Yes. Do we need to do crazy stuff? No. Like you can look up your own gentle lymph massage and do it on your own. You can open those lymph channels by massaging in your armpits, massaging in your groin. You want to start in your belly to get the main lymph system opened up first so that there aren't any clogs. But look it up. Like look, easy ways to do self lymph drainage. It's just massage. It's not this huge thing. Now, that being said, there are areas of physical therapy that are very specific to lymph treatment, and those are very beneficial when they need to happen, but I'm speaking on a very general basis for everyone, okay? And that's available to everyone because we can do it ourselves. Dry brushing really helps to stimulate the lymph system as well. You can buy a dry brush for $6 on Amazon. Not hard, right? Readily available. That's what I'm really offering. And triplex, readily available. And you're going to just address so many things with these. So like I mentioned, you're clearing out these toxins that we're exposed to on a daily basis. You're getting your body, allowing your body to heal from times that we have to have medications or antibiotics. Or maybe you've had something in the past, you know, like a medication, probiotic. This is still good for you. It doesn't have to be, I had an antibiotic last week, so I need these right now. Yes, you do. But I haven't had an antibiotic in 3 years. You still need these products. And I'm going to explain that a little bit more. So let's go into our BioCleanse. So BioCleanse is magnesium based. It has some bicarb in it. So that think about neutralizing our system. And here's the thing, diseases, viruses can't live in a neutralized environment. Cancers can't live in a neutralized environment. That's what makes BioCleanse super popular and amazing and so beneficial. And it's an absorbable form of magnesium that addresses and can be absorbed by the body to use in those cellular functions, over 300 cellular functions in our body. So this is a mag citrate basically because it has bioflavonoids, which think of all of the healthy things of vitamin C that really help to combat and fight off viruses, but it also makes this a magnesium citrate, absorbable, readily available, not expensive. Thank goodness, the way that Plexus does this, because sometimes magnesium supplements can be super costly on how they make them. And we have gold right here, extremely affordable, like way affordable. And here's my personal story with BioCleanse. I was taking magnesium from my doctor's office and my eye would twitch and twitch and twitch. I still had bloating. I was twitching. My eye was twitching. My eyes would twitch when I would get tired, especially, but I had this eye twitching. I was having these signs of magnesium deficiency. And I was taking the magnesium. And it was like 2 months of taking BioCleanse and my eye quit twitching and my bloating went away. Like I didn't even know I was bloated until I wasn't bloated anymore. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not bloated. I didn't realize I was. So BioCleanse, extremely important, and it goes hand in hand with our ProBio 5, which is like a 3-in-1 probiotic. So you're getting all the 5 good strains of beneficial bacteria. You're getting grapeseed extract, which is huge, and antifungal, antiviral, antimicrobial, anti all the bad things that we don't want in our body. And you're also getting some digestive enzymes. So think about extra help to get rid of, break down the yucky gunk, the bad bacteria, the yeast that can build up in our system. We talk about that candida yeast. ProBio 5 is extremely effective in breaking down candida yeast. It's amazing. Again, I was taking probiotics that I bought from my doctor's office that were refrigerated, so I kept forgetting to, I did not actually forget to take them. It was more work to take them, but I did remember. I didn't struggle with that necessarily, but a lot of people do struggle to remember because they're in the refrigerator, right? Paying twice as much as this, never felt any differently. I didn't feel differently. I knew it was good for me, but I didn't feel any differently. So you're also with this, because you're breaking down the yucky stuff in your gut that we don't want there, the BioCleanse is going to help that to move out. And not in a, oh my gosh, I'm running to the bathroom all of the time. Not in a, oh my gosh, I can't sleep through the night because I have to get up and use the bathroom. No, this is a BioCleanse is just a gentle, like every day, making sure things are moving in the direction that they should and not sitting there. So there's people that say, I poop once a week and that's just how I am and that's normal. No, it's common. It may be your normal, but it is not normal and it's not okay. When things are sitting in our colon like that, in our gut like that, those toxins, because that's what that waste is, it shouldn't be there. It's waste. It needs to move out. Then your body has opportunity and will reabsorb that bad stuff. Not good. Okay. And then, so I did talk a little bit about Slim, but this is the other reason that this works so well with the other two products is that you are getting benefits to your heart, your kidneys, you're getting the liver and kidney detox components with this. You're getting blood sugar regulation with our Slim. So this is twofold. Well, it's more than twofold, but the two I'm going to talk about now is as your blood sugar is regulated, then your other hormonal systems are playing much nicer. It helps regulate your thyroid, the cortisol levels, the testosterone, estrogen, progesterone levels. It helps all of that to balance out. And that's awesome. So Slim, yes, pink drink, awesome. That we call it the pink drink. Slim, I wish that we could call it Balance. Now we do another product called Balance, which is amazing and is additional coverage to blood sugar regulation, and people are getting amazing results with this cherry lime hunger control Slim and the Balance capsules as an alternative to the weight loss shots. Dr. Hartman has talked about this in several places, so I'm not going to talk about that specifically other than to mention to you that combining the two things, people are getting huge benefits to extra blood sugar regulation and shedding pounds and really keeping our metabolism burning fat and not eating away at our own muscle tissue. Okay. So as we regulate our blood sugar, it helps improve our sleep at night. You don't have to take it at night to get a benefit of sleeping better. It helps with natural energy. There's not caffeine in this. There's very, very small trace amounts possibly because of the green coffee bean extract. So extract, I want to remind you of that too. So extracts mean that we're taking out the beneficial properties of something. When people have allergies, it's an allergy to proteins. So the proteins in, say, eggs are what people are allergic to. Or say they're allergic to, I don't know, some plant that's their allergy. People are allergic to apples. Isn't that crazy? I've heard of that. So what happens is people are reacting to the proteins in the apple. We're extracting, not that there's apples in this, there's not apples in this, but we're extracting these properties. That's what this means. And so we're not getting all the proteins and stuff. That's why you're not getting caffeine, and it's green coffee beans before they're roasted, and it's the roasting that makes them produce caffeine. So anyway, this is not caffeine. It's regulating our blood sugar, which then gives us energy. It stabilizes our body. It regulates a lot of systems, and it really helps with cravings because our blood sugar is more regulated. My problem was not high blood sugars. My problem was getting hypoglycemic and needing to pass out in the past. And I have had, I don't know, I can't even tell you, maybe one episode of that in the 8 years I've taken these products. Isn't that incredible? I'm so excited. So it's regulating my blood sugar so that I'm not having dips so low that I want to pass out. And that's huge. It also works in the opposite direction, that people that struggle with higher blood sugars helps to keep them lower at a stable rate. And for everyone, it helps us to have a stable blood sugar so it's not dropping and craving sugar, because when our blood sugar goes lower, we need something quickly to bring it up and have a lot of sugar craving. So ProBio 5 is helping to break down the stuff in our gut, the candida yeast that also wants to be fed sugar. So you get coverage across the board. And so if someone is like, I don't have sugar cravings, I don't need your products, they still do, because they still need to regulate their other body systems. They still need to cover with good beneficial bacteria. We still need to make sure the waste is moving out. Okay. So this cornerstone system, everyone needs. Now getting onto these products, because they are working so hard to clear out our body, to regulate, to bring balance, to get rid of bad stuff, there is this component of detox. So that was me. I was eating extremely healthy. I was on tons of anti-inflammatory diets. I was taking probiotics, magnesium, vitamin C, alpha lipoic acid, which is also in our Slim. I was taking all of these things. And when I started on Triplex, I actually experienced detox. And you know what I thought? I thought, this is awesome, because I have never felt differently and better taking the stuff that my doctor recommended. And he's genius. I love him. He's helped me so much. But the way Plexus combined them and the quality of what they're putting in there flipped the switch for me, and I was able to clear out some stuff that needed to be cleared out. So even though I had experienced some changes that weren't always like, oh, I feel so much better all the time, I knew the products were working. And that is amazing because we're not promising a quick fix here. We are promising healing from the inside out. And that is amazing and huge and what we want to see. So cool, right? So stick with it. And again, to help combat those detox things, Epsom salt baths can be super beneficial, and that's super easy, like plain normal Epsom salts. No, they don't need all the crazy stuff added to them. Normal Epsom salts, you can get them anywhere. You can add your own essential oils that you know will be high quality, right? Epsom salts, hot water. Like I said, the lymph stuff, you can look that up. Dry brushing, you can grab some detox teas. Those are readily available. Just look for organic detox teas. Just adding lemon to our water can help because the lemon helps our liver and kidneys flush stuff out. Like super readily available, easy stuff that we can do. And just lots of water, lots and lots of water. And even adding an extra BioCleanse that we already have in our order can help to move that stuff out and get the detox under control quicker. Okay. If someone notices, I think probably this is the most common, where there's this like, oh my gosh, I don't have as much bloating, but then they start having more bloating. It's because their body is regulating and all of the bacteria in their system is getting disturbed. And so it wants to fight back. It doesn't want to die off, like it wants to be there. And so there can be this little oop, and I'm like, all right, go for a walk, take some extra BioCleanse, try some extra water, and then you can talk to your sponsor, but playing around with having a little bit more of the ProBio 5 as well, to really just get it over with quicker, can be really, really helpful. And just making sure people are on the right dosages. So you are not going to take too much BioCleanse. The way that you know you're taking maybe too much BioCleanse is if you're going to the bathroom too frequently, like pooping too much, too loose, too quickly, too frequently. Okay. That's our tolerance to magnesium. That's what our tolerance to magnesium should be, to bowel tolerance. ProBio 5, I really think most people need to slowly work up to taking 4. And maybe they stay at 4 for a month, and then they can come back down to 3 or 2 and see where they're at. But it just really depends on their habits, their history, what they're going to need for maintenance, but anywhere from 2 to 4 of ProBio 5. So don't think you're like, I'm taking too many. You're not going to take too many. It's not going to hurt you. And BioCleanse, I mean, some people have taken up to 12 when they're pregnant and they're having constipation issues a day. You know, you're really, it's not going to hurt you. It's magnesium. It will just make you poop more if you take too much, and that's not going to hurt you. You back off. So some other stuff that I really wanted to talk about briefly, and I'm not going to go into all the crazy ingredients and all the details of that because that is available to us, product info sheets, the Go app. We have our private gut health group, you know. But what I did want to mention, some things that have been beneficial to me personally and that I've recommended to people, they're like, oh, that worked really well, is that, so say you're having a day of just being really ramped up, like emotionally, there's this anxiety creeps in. Maybe it's that part in your cycle where you just feel like you're going to crawl out of your skin, like, oh my goodness, right? So I will say take 1 or 2 of our Vital Biome. This is another probiotic product. So it's probiotics. And this one has the Saccharomyces boulardii in it, which is super cool, which actually ProBio 5 does as well. But it has different strains of probiotics. And this is researched to help decrease feelings of stress and anxiety. Plexus has said that. So check your product info sheets, because anything that's on the product info sheet, you can then say compliantly. So here we go. So Vital Biome, a MetaBurn, if you can take caffeine. So MetaBurn is a fat burner. However, like I said, Plexus does bang for the buck. So we have ingredients in here that are going to help with brain, mood, thyroid, adrenal, cortisol control, as well as that fat burning. I have friends using this that lose like 12 pounds in a few weeks, right? I have friends that use this and say, I could focus and work and I just felt really calm. I wasn't ramped up. I love how I feel on it. It helps my brain calm down. So that is what I have done if I'm having that, oh my goodness, crawling out of my skin type feeling, is I'll do a slim, a Metaburn, and 1 to 2 Vital Biome. Okay. For calming. So these are kind of like combinations that can work that we maybe haven't thought of. And so I wanted to pass that on to you. The other thing is someone has a lot of anxiety, panic attacks, taking 2 Vital Biome can be really, really helpful for them for a while to bring, help really improve the gut health and produce more serotonin. And when we're producing more serotonin in our gut, then our brain can take up more serotonin, and that helps to decrease the anxiety and on those feelings. Okay. So taking 2 Vital Biome can be really helpful for people. And then something I learned years ago, and I really wish I could refine the video, but I can't. So I'm going to have to go back through and really dig in more to each of these strains of probiotics. But this probiotic blend will also help to regrow the cells of your gut lining that when they're broken down are responsible for leaky gut. So improving our gut health helps with that, closing those junctures. But there's these little finger-like um, things in our lining our gut, okay? And they help to move things around, they help with absorption, and this helps to regrow them. So super important in our gut health right there, and healing the gut. So that's pretty cool. And you don't have to combine these things, like, but Metaburn is great for, like I said, that mood and brain and thyroid and cortisol control. So you don't have to combine these. I'm just saying that what I've experienced is those moments of increased, oh my goodness, taking the 2 of these together with a stick of Slim is really helpful and beneficial. So worth a try. If you can do caffeine, there's about 80 milligrams, not grams, 80 milligrams of caffeine per capsule of Metaburn. So not a ton of caffeine. So something that we don't always think about with Ease. So we think of Ease as anti-inflammatory, great for anti-inflammatory, great for people with joint pain, great for muscle soreness and recovery. Okay. What we don't always think about with Ease, though, that I wanted to pass on to you is using Ease to break down stuff like germs and viruses. So it helps to break up mucus. So anyone with respiratory stuff, anytime my kids think that they're getting any sort of sickness, I'm like, take the Ease every couple of hours, pop 2 Ease, because it's going to help to eat away at those viruses and things that we're exposed to. Yes, it's definitely great for joint health and discomfort in those ways too, but it also does these other things, which is not the most compliant. Okay, like that isn't necessarily something that you get to say. You have to look at the product info sheet, but I'm telling you that it does do those things. Okay, because of how they've put these ingredients together. It also is really great at preventing the buildup of scar tissue. So think about injuries, surgeries, stuff like that. It can help to prevent the growth of scar tissue as well as eat away and break up scar tissue. Okay. So that's pretty cool use right there. And then nerve. So plexus nerve, we think nerve pain. Yes, absolutely. Nerve is for nerve pain. It also can really help our vascular system. So my mom takes this for the veins in her legs that are painful to her. And this has helped improve that pain a ton for her. Okay. So nerve is really, really great for our vascular system as well. It's really, really great at healing the nervous system. And something that you need to consider with a product like Nerve, and I think with Ease, is that you don't always notice a huge like boom right away. Like taking a Metaburn, I'm gonna like notice I feel better pretty quickly. Vital Biome, you're gonna notice like, okay, yeah, I am starting to feel better. Slim, you're gonna like, oh, I feel better. I can tell like there's a more immediate change. So Ease nerve, because they're really working on healing tissues in our body, you may not notice like, oh, I feel better. So that part of my autoimmune issues caused me to have some neuropathy, not some, a lot of neuropathy in my toes, and my toes would burn and burn, especially if I was standing and when I went to bed at night. I really noticed it, like burning pain, and it's horrible. Nerve pain is extremely uncomfortable and disturbing. And nerve over time, and it was time, took away that burning pain. I don't have that anymore at all. And I don't even take nerve on a regular basis. I know, bad girl, but I have it. I need to add it back in. And I also, nerve can be really beneficial to calm our nervous system. So think again of those anxiety issues. So nerve is really helpful, can be a nice additive to that. So here is the reason, I'll just give you the quickie lesson. The reason that nerve works or the reason it takes so much time is that our nervous system takes a really, really long time to regenerate. When a nerve system is damaged, so specifically like the myelin sheath, which is like a insulation over the nervous system, the nerve tissues, the nerves themselves, it takes 1 to 3 millimeters a day to heal. So someone that is taller and say they had a back surgery and you've interfered that nervous system, and they're tall and so they have long legs, so they had pain, in their big toe, that's going to take someone longer to heal than someone who's shorter. Really interesting, right? And your PT over here, back surgeries, things like that, a lot of them can be avoided with really, really good PT and time, but that's another story. However, what I will say is that those types of surgeries, you would expect to see improvements in healing over a year or more. Okay. So that's the thing with nerve, is that it takes time to work. And so don't think, oh, I took it for 2 months and it didn't do anything. No, it did. It is healing your body. It's just, unless you're going for the very specific testing to see exactly what your nerves are doing, no, you're not going to know, right? But it does work. It just takes time. So there's that. And then 2 more that I'm going to talk about. Active is an energy drink. I've never drank an energy drink in my life until Plexus came out with Active, because it's Plexus and they're super clean. So this has real vitamins in it. It has bioavailable, meaning your body can take them and it doesn't have to convert a synthetic form of a vitamin into a form that your body can use. It's already available for your body to use right away. So it's a huge vitamin profile, as well as these extracts, again, of these beneficial things like broccoli, kale, tart cherry, turmeric, and blueberry. So those are those superfoods that we hear about all the time that are so beneficial to us. Well, they've extracted all those good properties, put them in a delicious drink, give it to us to enjoy. About 100 milligrams of caffeine with this. And the other thing that makes it so special is increasing our body's ability to produce its own nitric oxide, which is what is responsible for pushing oxygen into the cells. So this is why pre-workout, post-workout recovery, as well as helping with brain health, as well as helping with our vascular system to improve. So people that have like Raynaud's can do really well with this. Raynaud's is where your hands and feet will turn white. They'll lose the blood flow. This is actually going to help to increase the blood flow and help decrease those feelings and those symptoms really well. So keep that in mind, and any other condition that you need to increase blood flow. So I think Active is super cool for, when you're recovering from a surgery, recovering from an injury, because it's helping you have more oxygen, and we need oxygen to heal. And then the last thing that I want to talk about briefly is other uses of Reset besides, oh, I need to lose weight. Yes, great for weight loss. I am not discounting that at all, but something that we don't maybe think about using Reset for is a really nice form of detox and healing the liver and kidneys and gut lining and decreasing overall inflammation. It's really great at all of those things. So I had a surgery a year ago, and I was like, I got to do a reset as soon as possible because I want this anesthesia out of my body. Okay. I want to make sure that my tissues are not storing anesthesia medications that they put into my body during that surgery and recovery process. Okay. So think about it for other reasons. People that have a lot of inflammation, this is a great way to calm the body down. So think autoimmune stuff. Think anyone that maybe has a history of taking medications and has worked to get off of medications. Great for liver and kidney healing because our medications are processed through the liver or the kidneys, depending on what the medication is. So think about healing the liver and kidneys. And then you also get a huge rest to our gut lining in order to prompt that healing. That's why we do a reset and we get to keep the results, is because we're really healing our body. I will say this for females, for women, don't do a reset on your cycle, because I swear all it does is go and heal your uterus. That's doing so much work. So wait until afterwards. And the other thing is sometimes you can have someone do a reset and go, I didn't lose weight. I didn't lose weight. Well, you know what? Your body was probably healing your heart tissue. Your body was probably healing your lung tissue. Your body was healing somewhere internally that we didn't see. So don't forget about those components of that reset as well. Okay. So I hope this is helpful. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you soon.